I'm Benedict Owusu. Welcome to the sports segment here on the AM show. We'll go straight into the stories and we'll talk the MTN FA Cup. There will be a super clash in the MTN FA Cup final this year. Kumasi Asante Kotoko yesterday defeated Mediama SC in extra time. A goal from Sadiq Adams ensured that they progressed to the last two of the competition. Well, before the Asante Kotoko game, Accra Heartfolk had beaten Wow Stars by 2-1 to progress to the finals of the competition. So this year, the MTN FA Cup final will be between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Heartfolk. But even before we talk more about the game and what other people are saying in terms of where the match should be played, well, here are highlights of the game involving Kotoko and Mediama.
JFE. And Frank Safu JFE. And now Kumasi Asante Kotoko have JFE. A good opportunity. And again, in the box, Frank Safu JFE. And still struggling. Oh, Kumasi Asante. And Jackson's ball here. And Eric Donko. And Kotoko still struggling. And Sadiq Adams eventually scores for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It was just scrabbled into the net. And Mediama players disappointed at least. The ref Jackson with his ball whipped into the far corner there. And again, poor defensive play there for Donsu. And goalkeeper failed to deal with it. Well, I suspect there was a handball situation there from Sadiq Adams, and that's how come the Mediama players are protesting. Again, look at it again. When the ball's whipped in here, all of them went in, and the referee will think I will still keep it. Ball whipped in. Oh, and that inside built on a lot of controversies, and Mediama looking to score here. And again, ball cast back, and oh, Mediama simply look at it again. Good chance. Donsu went in well with this ball whipped in.
So Mediama SC going out of the competition at the expense of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Asante Kotoko are through to the finals of this year's competition. Well, we have to hear from the two managers. Steve Pollack is coach of our Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and also Evans Adote is coach of Mediama SC.
Oh, well, you know, if you look at the chances overall in the game, you know, we should have won the game 2 or 3-0, but, you know, we didn't put the chances away, but that makes no difference. At the end of the day, we're in the final. You know, I don't think it was the second half wasn't so bad. I think both teams was tired. You know, nobody's played for 4 weeks, and that's expected. You know, people want to come and watch semi-finals where it's excited, but when you haven't played for 4 weeks at an high level tempo, then you can see it in your first game. So, you know, we have to look at the injuries now. We've got a game on Thursday.
Very painful, but I am okay. In fact, I observed brilliant display of technical, tactical output of my team. Looking at the physical ability, in fact, I will commend my team for, though losing the game, I'll commend them for the brilliant show.
From the two managers of the club, first was Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach Steve Pollack, and then Evans Adote of Mediama SC. Well, we have to get some more perspective to what happened in the MTN FA Cup Super Sunday and also Monday decide at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium. Well, it was supposed to be 2 Super Sunday games, but because of the game involving Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Mediama SC, which was rain off, it had to then be Monday decide. Well, we've got a member of the MTN FA Cup committee, vice chairman of the MTN FA Cup committee on the line, Mr. Kofi Poku. Mr. Kofi Poku, thanks so much for joining us here on AM Sports. First of all, your assessment of the 2 matches that were played in the semi-finals.
Thank you very much, and then good morning to everyone. I think the game, I mean the first game, if you looked at the tempo and the way the game began, 2 teams showed that they were ready, you know, to beat each other. And it was highly competitive, but you know, as it's always been done by our clubs, anytime any of our clubs loses, then, you know, they would always want to complain. But then I think it was excellent, and the scoreline was a true reflection of the game.
The Super Clash always will get fans coming into the stadium. How excited are you guys to have Accra Heartfolk, Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the finals of this year's MTN FA Cup?
Yeah, we are working towards it. We started working even before we played the Super Sunday. had gone to visit Tamale to look at the facilities, even though we had. That was the reason why we chose the venue for the finals. But we went there to meet other stakeholders just to inform them that the game will be coming up in Tamale. So once we've cleared the semi-final game, we're working towards Tamale.
You just mentioned of the Tamale Stadium, which will host the final on October 29. Well, some Kumasi Asante Kotoko Accra Heart of Folk fans are of the view that, I mean, since it's going to be a super clash and these two teams are the southern side of the country, why not probably maybe take the game to the Kipko Stadium where the last finals was played? Attendance was massive. The Wafu Cup of Nations, you saw the finals, how people trooped to the stadium. But to take the game to Tamale, for them, they feel that is way too much for them, and probably the FA Cup committee should consider taking the game to the Kipko Stadium.
There is one thing the FA Cup committee is trying to do is to take the game to everywhere.
Okay.
Of course, there are lots of people in Tamale who support Heart and Kotoko as well. When would they have the opportunity of seeing their clubs? And I believe that we need to begin to change our mindset because Tamale is also part of Ghana.
Okay.
And so that if we don't send these games there, I think we've denied them. And there's a facility there which is underutilized, you know, economically to help. Because when we came to Obuasi, for instance, to play the double game, all the 4 teams had to rent hotels, okay, for either a day, 2 or 3, which at least will boost the economy for those in the hospitality industry. Taxi drivers made money. Those who sell ice water also make money. So I think that we're revolving this FA Cup competition so that at least everyone can have a feel of it. More so, I believe there are a lot of people in Tamale that can fill the stadium. It's just about how we go about it, and that is what we are working towards. We've always done this. We brought Oko United and then Bichim United. None of them came from Cape Coast, but then we were able to fill the stadium. So we have always said that we don't necessarily look up to Heart and Kotoko, you know, for a final before we are able to organize a very good final. Okay. So, like I told you, we've already started working on that plan. We always have worst case scenario. We have 3 scenarios that we work with. All right. So I promise every fan that for once, I think people in Accra and Kumasi, those who wouldn't be able to go, should also watch TV for this time. And then let's take the game to Tamale. Okay.
Mr. Kofi Poku, thanks so much for your time this morning here on AM Sports. So that was Mr. Kofi Poku. He is a member of the MTN FA Cup Committee. Specifically, he's the vice chairman of the FA Cup Committee, speaking to us after the 2 semi-final games. So what happened was on Sunday. We were supposed to have the 2 games played on Sunday, but 1 game was rained off. That's the game involving Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Media Maesi, and that game had to be played yesterday, which Asante Kotoko won by a goal to 0. And by virtue of that, they have progressed to the last 2 of the competition, and they will meet Accra Heart of Folk. So there's going to be a super clash in this year's MTN FA Cup final. And as he noted, the venue remain the Tamale Stadium for the finals. The finals will be on October 29. Definitely we'll do more in our subsequent sports bulletins as we build up to that very day. So we have to stay on the locals, and as you know, the Black Stars are also preparing for their penultimate 2018 World Cup qualifier against Uganda. That game will be played in Kampala this coming Saturday. Well, the team yesterday left Accra for Kenya to begin preparations ahead of the game. They will be in Kenya for 4 days and will plane to Uganda on Thursday. Will train on Friday, and then the game will be on Saturday. Well, initially, Coach Kwesi Appiah named a 26-man squad, excluded the Ayu brothers, Andre and his brother Jordan Ayu. Asamoah Gyan was named in the team. If you remember, the last time Asamoah Gyan came to play for the Black Stars in Kumasi, he picked up an injury. So the game that we played away in Brazzaville, he wasn't part of the team in terms of the playing body on the field, but he was part of the team. Well, Asamoah Gyan, his club case, Serispor, has asked the Football Association to exclude the gentleman, that's the 31-year-old, the captain of the Black Stars, because he's going through a recovery process and that they will need him to stay with the club during the international break. So Asamoah Gyan will not be part of Coach Kwesi Appiah's team for this game on Saturday against Uganda. So that's the story coming from the Black Stars. Also, there are doubts about the availability of the two players from Columbus Crew, that's Jonathan Mensah and Harrison Affo, but Daniel Opare is making a return to the team since 2014. The last time he played for the Black Stars was in 2014 at the 2014 World Cup, and he's making a return to the team. And likely he will captain the team because Christian Achu is in. Daniel Opare got into the Black Stars before Christian Achu. So we definitely will bring you more in our subsequent sports bulletins. Also remember that the Black Starlets team have arrived in India for their World Cup qualifier, for their World Cup. That's the 2017 FIFA Under-17 World Cup. But even before we talk more about that, the squad on your screen now. So the players that currently, as I speak to you, are in Kenya. They're preparing for the game. Richard Ofori, Lawrence Ati, and Joseph Ado. They are the goalkeepers in the Black Stars team currently. And for the defenders, Harrison Affo. Yes, we understand that probably maybe Harrison could not join the team, but we'll get an explanation to that. Daniel Opare, as I noted, is making a return to the team since 2014. Agbenyeno Lumo has been a regular member of the team since Coach Kwesi Appiah took charge. Abbas Mohammed is also a new face in the team. Kasim Nuhu, another new face. Dan Amati, a regular member of the team. Jonathan Mensah as well. And Nicolas Opoku, who was with become Chelsea, but recent fine form in the Premier League has landed him a deal in Tunisia, so now plays his club football with Club Africain in Tunisia. And Vincent Atinga, his fine form at the just ended Wafu Cup of Nations has also earned him a call-up in the Black Stars team. So we also have Vincent Atinga there. So for the midfielders, we have the regulars, Thomas Partey, Joseph Atamalawe, Christian Achu, Kingsley Safo is a new member in the team. Alfred Duncan as well was a member, was part of the team that played against Congo in Kumasi and Brazzaville. Also, Ebenezer Ofori has been a regular face in the team since Kwesi Appiah took charge. Frankie Champon is making a return to the team. He plays his club football for Teda Tianjin in the Chinese Super League. Isaac Chum is with the Interlights. He was the captain of the Black Stars B that won the Wafu Cup of Nations. He's also in the squad, as well as Patrick Chumesi, who plays his club football for Astana. Then for the forwards, so Asamoah Gyan is out, so now we have three strikers. Raphael Dramana is making a return to the team. John Entry also ending a call-up there. Richmond Bachiadom, who's been on fine form for his club side. That's Red Star Belgrade in the Serbian League, is also in there. In the last game against Congo in Brazzaville, he scored a brace, and Coach Kwesi Appiah has kept faith in the man and has invited him again into the squad. So away from the Black Stars, we still have to do some more national issues. And the Black Starlets team, after camping in Abu Dhabi for 2 weeks, have arrived in India for their World Cup campaign. Now, it's the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The Black Starlets are in Group A. They will begin the tournament on Friday with Colombia. So Ghana will play the first game with Colombia on Friday, and that game will be at exactly 11 a.m. Definitely, we'll get through to the team and bring you more as they prepare for the World Cup. The Africa Cup of Nations, the Junior Africa Cup of Nations that was played in Gabon, they finished as runners-up, and people feel that there's a team that have the potential to win this year's World Cup in India. So definitely we'll bring you more on that as well. That's how we end sports this morning. I'm Benedict Tusi. Thanks so much for your company. We are back at 2 with more sports news. Nathan Lato, that will be our major sports bulletin on this platform today. Until then, enjoy the rest of the program.